Welcome to Session 3 of our 2026-27 UNCLOUD Victorian Metro Short Course Championships. This morning we start off with event number 48. It's our women's 200-metre butterfly. 3 heats with us this morning, and heat number 1 is off and swimming.
Yeah, taking us through there was lane 2, Tori Clare, just ahead of Annabelle Bartlett, but very close between second and third down the first 25. This is a 200-metre butterfly, so we are looking for that easier speed down the first 50, just setting up because this is one of our tougher events.
We've got 3 athletes in this first heat. Over in lane number 2, Tori Clare. In lane number 5, Layan Yusan Aman. She was the one that took out that first 50 the strongest and is still leading the way through by about half a body length over on Tori Clare in lane number 2. So they're really starting to set up their stroke within this 200-metre butterfly. As Kalia just mentioned, it's one of the tougher events on the program, and these girls are looking to set themselves up nicely as they hit the halfway mark. So it will be Layan in lane number 5. She's leading the way through.
Yeah, she's taken that one out in a 1:14, so setting herself up nicely. Entry time sits at 2:40.91. We saw so many personal bests swam yesterday. A lot of our athletes coming through. This is one of the bigger meets of our short course season, so really the first opportunity on the calendar to set some faster times. And it was great to see so many drops in those personal bests. We'll be looking for some more today. Leanne definitely looking good here for going under her entry time as she comes up to swim that last 50 metres of the 200-metre butterfly. She is still your leader by around 2 body lengths.
155.16 from Leanne there, followed by Annabelle 159.54. So a really comfortable lead in this first heat, really setting the pace there for this morning. As Kalia said, some nice drops over the last day of competition. She's got 25 metres left to swim. She's done a wonderful job really holding on there. Her stroke is still looking really strong, so she's set up a wonderful 200-metre butterfly. She's got 15 metres left to swim, and behind her we've got Tori and Annabelle battling it out, also putting together a wonderful 200-metre butterfly. As Layan comes down to the wall, 2:37.26. Nice drop off her entry time there. 2:44.85 for Annabelle and 2:45.13.
Into the water now. We have the second of our timed finals out of 3. And the girls across the pool here all sitting around that 2:32, 2:34 mark there. So we'll be looking to see, can anyone break under that 2:30 barrier? Always a good accomplishment in a 200-metre butterfly. Taking us through in that first 25 was Mariella Simmons. She had a great day yesterday. Coming back off a big week of racing for her, one of the athletes who competed at the School Sport Australia Games here at MSAC this past week.
It's really wonderful to see so many young athletes in the pool doing a 200-metre butterfly. We've got 12, 13, 14-year-olds in this heat up to 16. So, as we said, tough event, and it's really wonderful to see our young athletes out there giving it a crack. And wonderful lead there from Mariella Simmons. She's a body length, almost 2 body lengths ahead actually in that first 100 metres.
So Mariella will come through there in a 109.60, ahead of Alexandra Isborn over in 2, 112.67, and Amber Lou in lane 9, 112.86. At the halfway point now. And these girls are looking to set a quick time here. I've just taken a look at our entries into the third time final because medals can come from any of these races, not just the last one. So if the times are quick enough, we'll be keeping an eye on that scoreboard at the end of this race.
Our first heat saw some really wonderful drops off their times, and Mariella's looking like she's going to do it exactly the same. 148.85. Alexandra Isborn in lane 2, 153.40. And it's just a phenomenal lead that she's got Mariella across the field. The girls behind her as well looking like they will drop some time. So a wonderful swim here from Mariella.
Yeah, and she's increasing her speed as well. We've just seen the splits pop up there a little bit quicker for her on this final 50. So that ability to increase speed when you know that these athletes must be hurting. As she comes down to touch there, that's a great improvement. Around a 2:25. We'll just wait for that Hawkeye system to bring up our time for Mariella. Coming in second there will be Alexandra Isborn, 2:34.16. And it was really close for third onto the wall, but it will go to Madeline Regalado-Jones out of lane 5, 2:35.65.
Our third and final for our women's 200-metre butterfly are off and racing. The girls in the middle of the pool, Mia Yao and Isabella Osborne, they were the fastest out of the blocks, as well as lane number 6, Jemima Hale. You know that Mia and Isabel had wonderful swims yesterday in some freestyle events as well. So for Mia Yao, this is more of her main event here, and look to see those two battle it out in the front of the pool.
Yes, certainly, and so far those two are the ones who have taken it out the quickest, almost going for stroke through this first 100 metres. Mia just a little bit better off those underwaters, and we saw her showcase that throughout her events yesterday, including some backstroke events where that underwater is so important. So we know she has those really powerful butterfly kicks on the underwater. In a 200-metre butterfly, we probably don't expect to see her utilising that whole 12 to 15-metre range, but just having that efficiency off the wall, a few strong kicks, nice tight streamlines, and she just gets that little bit of an advantage every time she pushes off.
You can also see her turns. She really pulls her legs up really quickly and turns quite fast, and that's so important as well, to get your feet up on the wall and to push off really strongly. So she's doing that really well as well, and that's probably what is keeping her in front of Isabella at this point. 137.58 and 138.09. So a really great third 50 there from both girls. Behind, there's a wonderful battle as well. 142.31 from Judy, and not far behind her, Emerson Hoggan. So it looks to be a good battle for that third place in this heat, but look at it out the front. Those two girls are really pushing each other along.
Yeah, this has been a fantastic race. Once again, Mia just pulling away on the turn, but Isabella certainly coming back through this last 10 metres. It will be close. Can Mia hold on? As we come down under the flag, she looks like she has done enough. Timing onto the wall there, 2:14.90 for Mia Yao, ahead of Isabella Osborne, 2:15.57, and a really powerful final 50 from Judy Hussein Aman to touch in third, 2:19.09. into the water now. We have our swimmers in event 49, the men's 400-metre freestyle. We have had a reseed of this event this morning, so in the water is heat 1 of 4 of our timed finals.
3 athletes often swimming in this first heat. James Clare in lane 3, William Threaves in lane 4, and Tristan Way in lane 5. So the middle of the pool is where the action will be for this heat.
Yeah, I love these early heats because all of the athletes have such close entry times, and we get to see these incredible races between the swimmers who are in the water. And so far, early on in this 400, it is already a tight race between the swimmers in lanes 3 and 5, James and Tristan. They were stroke for stroke into that turn, only separated by about 0.3, 0.4 on the wall, and we'll get to see them almost build through this 400-metre event.
At the 100-metre mark, it's James Clare, 103.65, and he's followed by Tristan, 104.75. As Kalia just said, we've got similar times here in this first heat, and we love seeing that throughout these heats. Yesterday we had a lot of lane 0s and lane 9s really coming out of nowhere, which we tend to not see throughout different races because lanes 3, 4 and 5 are so ahead. But in these heats and these timed finals, the times are so close that the leaders are coming from anywhere in the pool.
Yeah, it's certainly made for some exciting races to be able to watch those outside lanes dropping some massive personal bests throughout the sessions. As we check in on our swimmers in the water, it is still James Clare holding on to that lead by about half a body length. I am enjoying Tristan almost picking up his speed under the flags. You can see he's got this nice rhythm throughout each lap, and then just flags to flags really puts in that little extra bit of effort. We do know that these turns in our short course season are so important.
Yeah, 400 freestyle short course obviously got those 16 laps. Even though it's only a 400, it feels like it's an 800 because of how many laps that you're doing. So those turns are somewhere that you can really gain some speed in and out of the wall. It's not necessarily about the 12 to 15 metres off the wall. You'll see a lot of the athletes come in, push off really hard, do 2 or 3 fast kicks, and then get up and get swimming.
Certainly, and that's one of the interesting changes that we've seen recently within our 400 short course. We do know it's the same amount of laps as an 800 long course, where in previous years we've had lap counters, and this year it's great to see we're utilising lap counters now for our 400s. So that helps take a little bit of the pressure off the athletes if they do happen to lose count of where they're up to in those 16 laps and 15 tumble turns, and gives them the opportunity to just race, and then they have that bell to signify that there will be 50 metres left to swim.
Yeah, that's a wonderful addition. I know that over the years we've had a few athletes, more than a few, and all the way from, you know, our youth through to our senior athletes miscounting the 400s in short course. I remember when, you know, we were swimming, and it's actually really difficult to get in there and count 16 laps, and that's probably not the way you're counting. You might go 50, 100, 150, 200, depending on what works better within your own brain. But yeah, it's actually a really great addition because we do tend to see athletes sometimes struggle to count those laps. And here we go, hear the bells, which indicates 50 metres left to swim. James Clare over in lane 3, 3:58.28, followed by Tristan Way, 4:01.84. So these guys are really looking good for a bit of a drop in entry times.
They certainly are, and what a sweet sound it is to hear those bells that signify 50 metres left to swim as James Clare turns for home into his final 25. He's really picked up his stroke rate throughout this final 50, coming home very well. Tristan also tried to attack this last 50. Not quite as much left in the tank, it will seem, but James Clare there, 4:32.88, his finish time, ahead of Tristan Way, 4:36.89. And William Thraves, he's done well in lane 4. He'll come in a 4:42.85.
And it's heat 2 off and racing in our 400 metres for our males. And we mentioned in our previous heat that our entry times are quite close. And look at lane 0, really taking it out nice and fast. He'll be the leader at the 50 metre mark, 27.86, and he's followed by Fraser Blair, 29.24. I just absolutely love seeing our outside lanes really go for it and set the pace for the rest of the field.
Yeah, I think it's a great opportunity for some of our athletes in the middle who are used to sticking to that race plan. They hold back a little bit further, but if you see someone going that quickly early on, it almost drags you along a little bit too. And quite often that's where we see those personal bests, because people get so in this habit of sitting back and then they probably have a little bit too much left in the tank. So that extra kick of oomph at the start and really pulling them through a little bit quicker through these first 100s can actually set them up really well to drop time.
Yeah, in training, we obviously practice our pacing for our different events, 400 freestyle, 200 freestyle. There's obviously a different pace here, and there's a real art of going out with enough effort to pull you through the rest of the race, but not burn too much energy. Edward Pollard in lane 0, that's a great first 150, 130.40. Cedric Wetzel's in lane number 5, 133.67. So Edward has really set the pace here. He's been really brave to go out nice and hard throughout this first half of the race, and he actually still looks really strong.
He has actually been consistent with these last few splits. He did drop off a little bit from that early pace, which is not surprising. Only athlete in the field to go under the minute in the first 100. He will come through in the 200 metre mark at 2:02, so still very, very fast there, 2:02.77. Cedric Wetzel's more controlled. His splits have been very even on every single 25, 2:06.59, ahead of Oliver Seeley, who's gone through in a 2:08.81. And we're just starting to see a few more times and splits increase in speed. So that's probably how I would like to see a 400 swam. You do build through a little bit more effort each 100, but this is certainly a brave swim from Edward Pollard, and he hasn't slowed down too much so far.
It also really depends on the athlete and where their strengths lie. Some athletes might do better just going out and going for it because they may tend to hold back a little bit too much. So as this is our first major event on the calendar, we will see some different strategies at play depending on what has been practiced within training over the last few months. And Edward is holding on nicely as we start to see lanes 5 and 2 make their move throughout this back half of the race. Fraser Blair in lane 2 has actually lifted quite nicely throughout this last 100 metres, and again off the wall you can see his strong kick. He's lifting his stroke rate, as well as Cedric in lane number 5. So you can see them trying to catch Edward out in lane 0.
Yeah, it was interesting off that wall because Cedric and Fraser were actually breathing towards one another. And I think Cedric saw that Fraser had increased his speed and really responded to that well. He's taken that upon himself to also pick up in the pace. It is still Edward Pollard with 50 metres to go here. Here's the bells first. Cedric Wetzel's holding on for second place, and Fraser Blair with that powerful third 100 still sitting in third spot as we come for home. The boys now really trying to chase down Edward Pollard, but I think they're going to run out of pull. He's done enough work early on and managed to hold it really, really well here.
Yeah, I think Edward put too much distance on them in the first half of the race, and he's had a wonderful swim, 4:13, 1:2. A really, really wonderful drop of time there, as well as Fraser Blair, 4:15.71, and Cedric, 4:15.92. So we have just seen some amazing drops in times over 15 seconds for a 400 free. That's very impressive.
All right, it's our third heat of the time finals for this 400 event. It's a full pool for the first time this morning. How exciting to get so many swimmers going head-to-head and a fairly even start.
Yeah, it's wonderful to see. We've just seen a massive drop in times there from our athletes in heat number 2. And I wouldn't be surprised if we continue to see it here in heat number 3 as we make our way through our first 50. And it's Easton in lane number 8 who's taken it out the fastest.
And big battle between Knapp and Collins in lane 1. Doing a fantastic job hitting the wall. Who's going to surface first? So a head-to-head battle for that first place. 3 swimmers just about a body length behind.
We come down to the 100-metre mark, and it's lanes number 1 and 8 who have taken out the lead. Daniel Collins, 58.13, and Easton Knapp, 58.33. So they're the ones that have set the pace for this 400, similar to what we saw earlier in the previous heat. We've got a couple of our boys really taking it out nice and fast. Still looking comfortable though. They're not sort of sprinting so hard that we feel like they're going to drop off. They've actually set a really nice pace for themselves.
It's interesting that a few heats this morning we've seen the outside lanes come off with a cracking start. You can see both athletes breathing in towards the pool, getting some eyes on each other. It's a lot of distance that they've got to cover to keep eyes on each other, but they're doing a great job off the turn.
Yeah, you'd be surprised that you can actually pretty much see each other across the whole pool depending on the way you breathe. So Easton Knapp right now, he will be able to see over in lane number 1, and we won't disregard lane number 9 either. He's actually gone out with Easton as well, Harry Kalurgis. So it's lane number 8 there, 2:02.29, similar time to what we saw lane number 0, Edward Pollard in that first 200 in the previous heat. So look to see that it'll be a similar time.
Into the second 200 now, and you can still see that battle. 2 swimmers neck and neck, but you're right. Harry Kalurgis out of Caulfield Aquatics. Geez, he's setting some blistering pace here, trying to enter the top spot contention.
Yeah, I like where he's sitting actually. He's just ever so slightly on the feet of Easton. We know that these boys have really gone out nice and hard, and he's been able to try and stick with them. So look to see another drop in times for these boys in this heat. And look, they've got almost 15 metres on the rest of the field, which is just phenomenal at this point in the race.
I think that Daniel Collins in in lane number 1 came in with a seed time of 4:25.36, and here he is leading the field. Cracking swim.
Well, we've got 100 metres left to swim, 3:07.69 from Daniel. So we start to see a couple of lead changes. Easton was turning first in that first half of the race. We've got Daniel lifting the pace, but to be honest, you couldn't call it. They're just neck and neck at this point in the race. We'll see who puts on the afterburners in this last 50 metres.
As for the best of the rest of the package, Jessie Pratt, as we hear the bells. So into our final 50 metres for these swimmers. It's a close battle for first, second and third. The rest of the pack just hitting the wall now. So here we go, head-to-head coming into the final 25. Will it be Daniel Collins, hailing from Flyers swim team? He hits the wall first, takes the lead, but not too far behind. Easton Knapp out of Melbourne Swimming Club, Harry Kalurgis from Caulfield Aquatics behind. But here we go, surging in lane 8. Easton Knapp, will he get there? No, the win will go to Daniel Collins out of Flyers swim team. What a formidable swim.
So diving in now with our fourth timed final of the men's 400 metre freestyle. It's shaping up to be an incredible race here. We have some very fast athletes in the water, and we're hoping to see what they can do for us this morning. Going through in that first 25 out quickly was Liam Poulsen. Right alongside him, though, is Harry Hay as they come into the 50-metre turn.
Harry Hay, entry time here, 3:51.42, is 10 seconds in front of the rest of the field. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw him start to take a significant lead here. But I'll also be interested to see if we have any of our competitors try and go with him, knowing that his entry time is so far ahead of them.
We do know that Liam Poulsen now training out of Vic Centre, so training partner of Harry Hay, coming both from that same club, so they'll know what the abilities of one another is, and hopefully I think they'll be able to drag the rest of the field along here. Going out well over in lane 3 also is Oscar Campbell from Surrey Park. We know they've got a great history of these more distance swimmers and those longer races, so we'll see what these boys can do. But Harry Hay already over a body length lead as we come into that 150 metre turn.
1:24.90, followed by Liam, 1:27.10. So I think this is a really wonderful swim here from Liam. He's only sitting 1.5 seconds behind Harry Hay at this point in the race. And the best thing about having someone who has a time of 3:51 is he will carry the rest of the field with him. So as we come down to the halfway mark, Harry will turn in a nice time of 1:54.77. So that's a pretty decent first 200 metres. 1:57.70 there from Liam, with an entry time of 4:02.31. He's in a great position to drop some time off his entry time as well.
We'll certainly be keeping an eye on Harry's time at the end of this race. The fastest swim we've seen at our Metro Short Course Championships before is a 4:04.77. That is our record. No one has gone under the 4 minutes at this comp before, and Harry has set himself up beautifully. He's still holding splits under 30 seconds for every single one of these 50s, so he is certainly on track to well and truly break that 4-minute barrier. We could see a pretty difficult new record coming into place here. Liam Poulsen, though, he's gone out quick and he's improving his speed on a few of these laps, lifting even more and looking really good as well. So it's great to see him going out after this 400 metre freestyle as Harry Hay turns at the 300 metre mark.
You can see that Harry lifted at that halfway point. He actually increased his stroke rate and increased his kick behind him. So he's really put some distance on the field. He really kicked at that in the second half of the race. So knowing him, he's a bit more of a back-end swimmer, and you can see that on display here. He's got 50 metres left to swim, and he'll turn in a 3:24.00. So on a wonderful track to go, that's sub 4 minutes, as well as Liam Poulsen. We'll see if he can just squeeze under there in his final 50 metres as well.
Yeah, that would be such an incredible achievement if we could sneak 2 athletes under the 4-minute mark. Great race for that third place spot has been going on between lanes 3 and 2 in Oscar Campbell and Hunter Mace. Don't know if Hunter's going to have quite enough pool left, but what a swim this has been from Harry Hay in lane 4. 3:53.29. That is absolutely incredible. I don't think Liam's touchpad has quite gone off when he actually touched the wall. To me, it looked like he almost snuck under the 4 minutes. I would love to see that. That would be brilliant. And then it was Oscar Campbell who touched in third in that 4:04.86. But what a fast swim. Presenting the medals for event 48, the girls 14 and under 200 metre butterfly. Winner of the bronze medal representing PLC, Madeline Regalado-Jones. Winner of the silver medal representing Yarra Plenty Waves, Lexi Tao. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 2:25.00 representing MLC, Mariella Simmons. Our medalist in the women's 15 and over 200 metre butterfly, winner of the bronze medal from Surrey Park, Judy Hussein Aman. Winner of the silver medal from MLC, Isabella Osborne. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 2:14.90 representing Caulfield, Mia Yao.
Here we go, our women's 100 metre multi-class event. Just one final in this one, so we're going head to head. Of course, we've got different types of athletes in this one: physical impairment, intellectual disability, some impairments. So we're all going head to head no matter what. In the lead now, beautiful swim out of lane 4. It's Jessica McDermott with the lead. She hits the wall first, so we've completed that first 50. Not too far behind, Abigail Garbellini out of Nunawading Swimming Club. Hitting the wall in third, it's Scarlett Morgan from Western Melbourne Propulsion. It's going to be a tight head-to-head battle for 1 and 2, 3 and 4. But of course, being a multi-class event, there's so much more on offer. PB times, season swims kicking off a big year. But coming into the final 25, strong swim once again, compelling work from Jessica McDermott. Here she goes, hitting the wall. What a classy swim. 106.92 in second. Abigail Garbellini not too far behind. Watching now for Abby Claren to hit the wall. She does so in a time that we will clarify. So what a wonderful swim for the ladies of the 100 metre freestyle multi-class.
We've got Scarlett Morgan finishing off nice and fast here. Laura Stobie in lane 0 from Melbourne Vic Centre. Wonderful swim from her there.
Into the water now, we have event 51, the men's 100-metre freestyle, and you might notice a little bit of a different stroke occurring through the middle of the pool from Nicholas Layton. He has opted to swim this as butterfly. Being a freestyle event, you can do any stroke as long as our officials have been made aware, so everyone is on board. Nick wants to get a great time in his 100-metre butterfly, so we'll keep an eye out on what he can do here. Turns into 25.86. The other boys in this race, that 100-metre freestyle going through, will be Mingzi Pang. He's really utilising Nick almost like a pace setter, trying to chase him down throughout this second 50. Over in lane 3, Cooper Harrington also was out strong. He's gone through in a 30.91, setting himself up nicely here. Great little races occurring across the pool. Back our next 3 athletes, Phoenix Yang, one of our youngest swimmers, alongside Samuel Turner and Alfred Hindle. As we look at that touch time there from Nicholas Layton, 55.40. It's pretty fast. Mingzi Pang under the minute mark. Great swim from him, 59.83. Cooper touches in a 102.38 as a pile of our athletes head into the wall. Rounded out over in lane 1 by Henry O'Brien in a 121.40.
And it's event 52, our girls 11 and under, 50-metre breaststroke. We've got 11 time finals here this morning. So wonderful to see so many young athletes in these races. We've got 3 athletes here in this first heat. Stacey Wagle, she's the leader of that first 25, followed by Lavinia White and Bonnie Bragg. Stacey Wagle doing a phenomenal job here. 11 years of age. We've got 5 metres left to swim for her 50-metre breaststroke. We touch the wall. 45.62, 47.25 for Lavinia and 47.80 for Bonnie. So some wonderful drops of time there.
A full 10 lanes of action for our second heat of the 11 and under 50-metre breaststroke. It's a tough start. All girls still swimming in that line. The fastest seed time coming into this one is lane 4 and Lucy Clements out of Surrey Park Swimming Club. Let's see how she hits the wall. Geez, it's going to be hard to call this one home, but it looks like we've had our just springing ahead in lane 1. Michelle Zhao out of Nana Aqua Power. She's got a length on the field, but she's got a chaser in lane 8. Anya Tang coming home with a flurry. Will she get there? Will she get there? It is lane 1 who hits the wall first. Michelle Zhao taking out the second heat of the 11 and under 50-metre breaststroke.
Away we go with our third of our timed finals this morning for our 11 and under 50-metre breaststroke. Great to see so many of our junior athletes qualifying for our Metro Short Course Championships. So come through into the first 25. It will be lane 5, Zoe Harrison, who goes through first. 20.43, was close on the wall for second all the way through to fifth there. But it was Emily Knight who is just starting to push ahead of Scarlett Rodbard-Bean as they come down under the flags to finish this race. Zoe Harrison, she's done a great job. She's led from start to finish, and she'll touch on the wall in a 44.49. Emily Knight in second, 45.26, and Scarlett finishes in third, 46.24.
And it's heat number 4, diving into the water. They're up and racing. And at this point in the race, it's really anyone's. It looks to be lane number 9, Angeline Mary, just ever so slightly ahead. And she will touch first there, about a second over at 25 metres. So she's really come out of the blocks nice and fast. Over the other side of the pool, we've got Charlotte Seng in lane 1, Laura Dvorak in lane 2. They're having wonderful swims as well. So we come down to the wall, and she really led from start to finish. It'll be Angeline Mary, 44.11, followed by Charlotte Seng, 45.39. And getting third on the wall there was Elsie Davis, 45.70.
Our 5th time final for the girls 50. And here we go. Strong swim out of the middle. It's lane 5 leading the way in low. Wearing the purple cap coming out of Caulfield Aquatics. She'll hit the wall, head into the final 25. Seen some blistering times in the previous heat, 44.11. Now she goes. Final half of this lap, leading the pack convincingly, but it'll be a tight battle in lanes 3 and 4 for that second place. Or will it be lane 9? Hitting the wall though, an impressive swim from Jing. A time of 22.26. She'll take out this timed final.
Into the water with our 6th heat, and once again seeing a few fast starts from the outside lanes. Natalie Maying Lee in lane 9 had a great underwater, but pushing through this first 25 super quickly there in lane 3 will be Aliana Lyle. She's gone around under that 20-second barrier, 19.79, setting herself up beautifully. It was Natalie down in lane 9, turning in second, followed by Adelise in lane 7. It is tightening up a little bit through the second 25. It's still doing well over in lane 9, Natalie May Ying. Is it going to be enough to get in front of Aliana? Just so Natalie, 43.65 ahead of Aliana, 43.74. And third goes to Adelise in a 43.84.
It's heat number 7 of 11. Off and racing lane number 4 there, Stacey Dew from Nunawading. What a phenomenal start she had. She's already a body length ahead of the field just in that first 25 metres, and as you could see, it was off her first 15 metres. So wonderful split stroke. Up and racing alongside her teammate Cynthia Lee in lane number 1, also having a great swim. We come underneath the flags, and I think it'll be Stacey trying to challenge her over in lane 1, Cynthia, but it'll be Stacey, 41.12, followed by Cynthia Lynn, 41.87, and then getting third there was Amazang in lane number 8, 43.35.
Heat number 8 underway, and it's a strong start, some strong underwater work coming from the middle of the pool. Looking at lane 5, Ellie Zhang of Nunawading Swimming Club with the best start of them all. Heading into the final 25, still Zhang leading the pack. Split of 18.62. Here she is, about half a body length on the rest of the field. A tight chase from all the other lanes, really, but it continues to be Zhang leading the way. Heading under the flags now, tight contest. Millicent Carr in lane 9 will give her a scare, but no, it is Zhang who gets home in a time of 40.22. It's a battle in lanes 5, 4 and 3. Olivia Huang and Kira Kachalova, 2nd and 3rd.
Underway now with our 9th timed final. Best start in the pool to Aria Way down in lane 8. She had such a fantastic split stroke, but already swimming quickly through this first 25 will be lane 4, Isla Wang. Goes through in 18.08, almost breaking under 18 seconds. That is fast first 25. She comes out about half a body length ahead of Jen Gang in lane 3. We come through final 10 metres. It looks like the Nunawading Caps are going to be the first 3 under the flags. And it will be Isla who touches first in a 38.69 ahead of Joanna Kai, 40.58 with Jen in 3rd, 40.64.
Our second last heat of our girls 11 and under 50 metre breaststroke underway. Up and stroking fast, lane number 4. Kit Izzard. 2 girls in lanes 3 and 4. Angelina Wang in lane 3 was the one that turned first, and there's a few girls up and stroking together here. Lane number 1, Melissa Yang having a beautiful swim too, so it's the far side of the pool that seemed to be putting together this 50 breaststroke the nicest. We come down to the wall, it'll be Angelina Wang 39.14, followed by Melissa 39.52, and then Gabrielle Ellis 39.98.
It's our final heat of the time final, so you'd expect the quickest times out of this one. Blistering start from all lanes, but I'm looking at lane 3, Amy Zhu out of PLC Aquatic leading the pack. Strong turn though, Karina Zhao off the wall. Here's the underwater work. Beautiful surface, lanes 3, 4 and 5 leading the pack here, but it's in lane 5. Beautiful swim from Karina Zhao, Ringwood Swimming Club. She got the lead by half a body length, but all eyes are on the time. She hits the wall, and it's a 35.78 in which she does it. Beautiful swim. Elena Zhang, 36.72, and in third, 37.29 from Amy Zhu.
Presenting the medals for event 49, the boys 14 and under 400 metre freestyle. Winner of the bronze medal representing Flyers, Oliver Seeley. Winner of the silver medal representing MLC, Fraser Blair. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 4:14.51, representing Caulfield, Harry Kalergis. Our medalists in our men's 15 and over 400 metre freestyle, winner of the bronze medal representing Surrey Park, Oscar Campbell. Winner of the silver medal representing Melbourne Vic Centre, Liam Paulson. And winner of the gold medal in a new record time of 3:53.29, representing Melbourne Vic Centre, Harry Hay. Presenting the medals for event 50, the girls 14 and under 100 metre freestyle multi-class. Winner of the bronze medal representing Western Melbourne Propulsion, Scarlett Morgan. Winner of the silver medal representing Essendon District Aquatic, Abby Glaran. And winner of the gold medal representing Western Melbourne Propulsion, Jessica McDermott. In event 50, our women's 15 and over 100 metre freestyle multi-class, our silver medalist from Vic Centre, Laura Stobie. And our gold medalist from Nunawading, Abigail Garvalini.
Well, we've just seen our 11 and under girls do some wonderful breaststroke swimming, and it's now our boys' turn. It's event 53, the boys 11 and under 50 metre breaststroke. 2 athletes in the pool with us. We've got Justin Zhang, who's gone out nice and fast there. Alongside him, Alan Dong.
Great starts from the boys. I do have an infraction report for event number 52, heat 6, lane 1. Did not touch the wall with both hands at the 25 metre turn. That is event number 52, heat number 6, lane 1.
And it's Justin Zhang there in lane number 4, 43.10. Wonderful drop of time from him. Alan Dong finishing off 47.42.
Here we go, we're off and racing for our boys. 11 and under, 50 metre breaststroke. And it's the outside lanes who've got a bit of pace in this one. Blistering start from Liang in lane 8. He's going to be the first to hit the wall. And heading into this final 25, some beautiful underwater work has him leading the pack, but doesn't have too much on the rest of them. Lane 1 doing a formidable job. Lane 2, some excellent times there from Alexander Morgan, but it will look like lane 8 leads us home. Lucas Liang doing a beautiful job to hit the wall. We've seen some fast times so far with the girls 11 and under. He hits the wall there in 44.22.
And it's heat number 3 in the pool with us. They're up and stroking fast. Lane number 0, Darcy Carpenter, having the best of starts, as well as lane number 8, Jacob Huang. So our outside lanes here, swimming really quickly. It'll be Jacob who gets his hands to the wall first. Had so many young swimmers in the pool with us this morning. 11 heats of the girls, 8 heats of the boys. It's lovely to see so many young athletes up and racing down here at MSAC. As we come under the flags, and it looks to be Jacob Huang just ever so slightly in front of Darcy. It is Jacob Huang, 43.73, Darcy Carpenter, 44.60. Then touching third there, Perry Snow, 45.23.
Underway now at the halfway point through our boys 11 and unders. Time final number 4. Almost a straight line through that first 15 metres, starting to come up a little bit ahead of the field right now is lane 6, Joel Walker, 20.34. It was a good turn out of lane 5 from Jaden Hahn. He's moved his way right up alongside Joel, and it's Jaden and Joel stroke for stroke. Out in lane 8 though, Daniel Egan, he's having a blistering second 25. As they reach for that finish, it will go to Daniel, 43.41. Joel gets second place, 43.83, 3/100ths ahead of Elliot Katharina in third, 43.86.
Time final number 5. And breaking the water first was the outside lane in number 1, Wesley Wang. Pretty neck and neck battle. Some big pace in lane 7 and 8. The battle between Brian Dew and Lucas Liu. They hit the wall into this final 25 metres of the boys 11 and under. And it looks like the middle lanes are picking up some pace now. Stroke rate increases for the lane number 3. Lucas Chi taking a look to the left, to the right. He sees he's got only a few centimetres on them, but will he hit the wall first? He comes in with some pace and does exactly like that. Evan Lee taking out the 5th of the time finals. Impressive work in 42.5.
Heat number 6, Often racing lane number 8. Their blistering first 15 metres, but starting to make their way through lane 6, up and stroking super fast there. Rick Shimachi, 18.93, as well as Sebastian. These guys having wonderful swims, but it is Rick Shimachi in lane number 6. He's leading the way through, trying to challenge him lane 4s and 5, but it'll be Rick Shimachi, 41.51, followed by Patrick Liu, 42.01, and touching third there is Nathan Guan, 43.06.
Heat 7, here we go, starting to see some faster times coming through here. And we get a few athletes under that 40-second barrier. They've gone out quick. Daniel Duan, 18.52, setting himself up well. 0.1 behind him. Jaden Zheng out in lane 8. It was a good turn and underwater from Daniel. He holds on to that lead. The middle lane starting to push through a little bit and close the gap. I think it's a little bit too much though. It will be Daniel Duan under the 40, 39.92. Hanson Lee touches in second, 40.63. And at Mikhail Chu in third, 40.98.
Off and racing for our final heat of these time finals. The boys under 11 breaststroke, 50 metres. We had a broken record in the 11 and under girls. All eyes on the 37.05 that Gabrielle Yao set in 2024. But after the first 25, it's a ding-dong battle through all lanes. Pretty much anywhere between 1 and 8 can go home. But here in the middle, lane number 5, a really compelling final. Back in from Sean Ding. Will he get it home? Sean Ding absolutely will do a great job, but Tian Yu Chen on the board apparently. We'll have to check out those times that are coming through. It looked like Sean Ding did a great job. We'll get those final times to you shortly.
It's event 54 in the water, girls 16 to 17, 100 metre butterfly. We have 3 timed finals here with us this morning. 4 athletes in the water. Some wonderful underwater there from lane 3, Renee Wang. That really put her in the lead for this first 50 metres.
Yeah, taking it out nicely is Renee Wang. She'll go through in a 33.35 ahead of Zoe Brightwell, 34.51, and Avika Thacker not far behind on that touch. Come down the third, 25. Those placings still staying the same. As the girls get ready for that final turn. Holding a good underwater there from Renee. Good to see coming into the last lap.
Renee's had some wonderful turns in this 100 metre butterfly, looking really, really strong. She'll come down to the wall and finish in a nice time of 1:12.20. A great swim there from Avika as well, 1:15.35. And then Zoe Brightwell rounding out third in that first heat, 1:16.46.
Second of our time finals underway, and it's a strong start out of lane 5. Beautiful work from Holly Hume out of Westbourne Swim Club. Will she hit the wall first? That's lane 4 in Alexandra Isborn. And it's a great battle here between lanes 3, 4 and 5. Half a body length separating the pack.
Yeah, that first 25, there was not much in it at all, but starting to move through now is Alexandra Isborn. still going around about a second quicker than the other girls. 31.42. Holly Hume in second, 32.53. And this is the lap where we start to see the girls pull away. This is where you want to make your move down that third 25.
Start to see that strategy coming into play, and here coming into the final lap. It's a body length that Alexandra Isborn has out of Nana Cheltenham Swim Club. But surging behind Holly Hume. She's coming with a bit of pace into the wall. Has Alexandra Isborn done enough to hold on? Yes, she has. She takes out the second heat of these time finals. And the final heat, our final time final of this 16 to 17-year-old 100-metre butterfly. A compelling start from the field.
Yeah, that was a wonderful first 25 from Rihanna Chen. Her entry time of 1:00:29. She'll be trying to get under that 1 minute here this morning. She'll turn first 28.21, followed by Emerson Hogan 29.39. So a dominant display of a 100-metre butterfly here from Rihanna.
Chen out by about a length. Of course, she set the Metro record of 1:29. She'll have all eyes on the time, as do we. Touches the wall first and into the final 25. Can she go under a minute? That is the question. Out by a length and a half. Chen, she's absolutely flying home. It'll be a tight pack for second and third, but it is Chen who hits the wall in a time of 1:01.38, just off that Metro record.
Presenting the medals for event 51, the boys 14 and under 100-metre freestyle multi-class. Winner of the bronze medal representing Essendon District Aquatic, Jaden Brooks. Winner of the silver medal representing Caulfield, Phoenix Zhang. And winner of the gold medal representing Flyers, Alfred Hindle. In our men's 15 and over 100-metre freestyle multi-class, our winner of the bronze medal representing Yarra Plenty Waves, Cooper Harrington. Winner of the silver medal representing Camberwell Grammar Aquatic, Mingzi Pang. And winner of the gold medal representing Melbourne Vic Centre, Nicholas Layton. Presenting our medals for event 52, the girls 11 and under 50-metre breaststroke. Equal winners of the bronze medal from PLC, Amy Zhu, and from Nana Cheltenham, Olivia Koo. Winner of the silver medal from Yarra Plenty Waves, Elena Zheng. And winner of the gold medal in a new record time of 35.78, representing Ringwood, Karina Zhao. Congratulations to our medalists.
And it's event 55 in the water, boys 16 to 17-year-old 100-metre butterfly. 4 timed finals here this morning. Best of starts out of lane number 5, Isaac Finlayson, really using his underwaters to his strength. As we move through that first 50 metres, he'll touch the wall first in a time of 29.65. All of these athletes sitting around that 105 to 107. So the 105 sitting in the middle of the pool. Isaac Finlayson looking really strong. Sitting next to him, Alfie Conterno and Thomas Dorat Sims. So they're the 3 strong swimmers in the middle of the pool.
Yeah, they're still trying to chase down Isaac in lane 5, but looking to run out of pool to do it as we come into touch. It is about timing it onto the wall. It will be Isaac 105.05 ahead of Hugo Nishimori in lane 7. 105.54, and Griffin Drynan in lane 8. 105.61, touches in third. Away and racing now with our second heat of the 16-17-year-old men's 100-metre butterfly. Really a blanket field through those 5 middle lanes there as we come into the turn. It will be Dax Conetti who does get his hands on about 5 100ths ahead of Ryan Guru in lane 5.
The strong first 50 from Ryan Guru, 28.00, followed by Dax Conetti, 28.50. Ryan Guru having the best of underwaters and turns. You can see he really gains his distance throughout, and I love that he's getting stronger and stronger throughout this 100 metres, actually gaining distance on the other athletes, purely just off those walls and then up and stroking really strongly. Got 10 metres left to swim, and it looks to be Ryan Guru, followed by Dax, and then lane 7. So it'll be Ryan Guru, 100.29, followed by Dax Conetti, 101.89, and then Benjamin Van Dyke, 102.55.
For this boys 16 and 17-year-old division, and it's a flying start from the pack. Hitting the wall first might even be lane 8 in Liam Walker out of Melbourne Swimming Club. Beautiful start from all swimmers. Now lane 5 leading the way in Noah Kroll.
Yeah, they certainly went into the wall together, but one athlete shone on that underwater, and that was Noah out of lane 5. And showcasing those skills once again on the streamline. Those dolphin kicks, he just increases that lead every time he comes off the wall.
Well, it's a compelling second length as he hits the wall again. It's Noah Kroll doing really well. Lane number 1 also putting in a huddle here, Joaquin Leo Kaiser, I should say, but Noah still leading the pack. And he takes this one home. Noah Kroll, time of 58.53. So got 2 swimmers headed under the minute there, picking up some pace into our 4th and final heat.
It's our 4th heat of our time finals event, 55 boys, 16 to 17-year-old 100-metre butterfly, and look at that start from Eli Billman in lane number 4. Phenomenal to put a body length on the field just in a first 25 metres. We know he's a strong sprinter, so look to see him continue his lead throughout.
I was going to say, you'd absolutely expect Billman to be coming out flying. He holds the meet record for this one. He set it last year in a time of 55.07. See, he's on pace at the moment to break that.
Yeah, his entry time of 54.00. Probably dropped a bit of time throughout last season. He's looking super strong, but that battle is behind him for the 2nd and 3rd place in this heat. Eli Billman, though, wow, what a time, 54.08. It's a new Metro record, followed by Harold Jew, 57.32. And then Sam Hartley there, 57.50. So just an absolutely phenomenal swim there from our final heat.
Presenting the medals for event 53, the boys 11 and under 50-metre breaststroke. Winner of the bronze medal representing Ringwood, Bruce Jeng. Winner of the silver medal representing Nana Aquapower, Sean Deng. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 37.67 representing Surrey Park, Tian Yu Chen. Presenting our medals for event 54, the girls 16-17 years 100 metre butterfly. Winner of the bronze medal representing DVE, Emerson Hogan. Winner of the silver medal representing Melton, Chloe Burke. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 101.38, representing MLC, Rihanna Chen. Congratulations to our medal winners.
Event number 56 on the program. It's the girls 18 and over 50 metre butterfly. 2 timed heats in this one. And it'll be lane number 4 touching the wall first, Natasha Coleman out of Surrey Park Swim It. She's doing a good job leading the pack by a body length. In second, Riley Cardo, also from Surrey Park, giving her a challenge, but it looks like Natasha hits the wall. Blistering time of 28.76. Of course, her teammate Riley Cardo in second, 30.53.
Away and racing now with our second and final heat of our female 18 and over 50 metre butterfly. Nazio Ikosadakis in lane 5, fastest through the 25, 12.57. Beautiful lead as we come down under the flags. All Nazia in this one, 27.38. Quick swim there. Isabella Osborne touches in second, 28.25, with Anna O'Reilly in third, 28.75.
Off we go with event 57, the boys 18 and over 50 metre butterfly, 4 timed finals in this 50 fly. 3 athletes, Nathan Pride, got Matthew Ryland from Caulfield Aquatics, 54 years of age, doing wonderful in the middle of the pool. 10 metres left to swim, and it looks like Matthew Ryland maybe ever so slightly ahead of Nathan Pride. We come down to the wall. It will be Matthew there, 30.15, followed by Nathan, 30.19, and then Michael Bond, 31.63.
The second of our 4-time finals. Some hot work from the middle of the pool. Lanes 4, Houston Knapp in the pool once again. Dylan Skinner putting on a big battle through middle lanes. Breaking the surface first, it is Houston Knapp. Will he have enough in the tank to hold on this morning? It's a tight battle, 1, 2, 3. It's going to come down to the touch, and it does look like Houston Knapp takes out this one in a time of 27.24 in second. 27.35 for Tawi Rogers, and in third, 27.68 for Dylan Skinner.
Big starts from the boys out of the third heat. Action in the centre of the pool as well as down in lane 9, Joshua Lukowski. Even splits from Hugh Cran and Darius Schultz, just slightly behind Brian Wong. Brian and Hugh look to be the ones in front now. Hugh coming through nicely down the second 25. He'll get the touch, 25.37 ahead of Brian, 25.81. And Joshua finishes in third, 25.87.
Heat number 4 in the water and racing, and look at that, it's a blanket across the field in this first 25 metres. To be maybe lanes 3 and 4 just ever so slightly ahead of the field, and look at that wonderful underwater there from Ewan Smith in lane 4. And it's a battle between Ewan and Owen for the first place in this race. It will be Owen Kruger, 24.50, followed by Ewan Smith, 24.52. Another new Metro record.
Presenting the medals for event 55, the boys 16-17 years, 100-metre butterfly. Winner of the bronze medal representing Yarra Plenty Waves, Sam Hartley. Winner of the silver medal representing MLC, Harold Zhu. And winner of the gold medal in a new Metro short course record time of 54.08, representing Ivanhoe Swim, Eli Billman.
Event 58 on the program. It's the girls 12 and 13-year-old 100-metre IM. 3 lanes of action in this one. Lane 3, Malin Doe out of Melbourne Swimming Club. Lane 4, Kristen Silver out of Camberwell Grammar Aquatic. And lane 5, Farah Lee, PLC Aquatic. Kristen Silver comes in with the fastest seed time of this one, 1:16.90. See the end of the backstroke leg, and it's a head-to-head battle for lanes 4 and 5. Silver and Lee, nothing to separate them here, albeit the underwater work from Farah Lee has her just a smidge in front, but coming up the field, Malin Doe making up a little bit of pace with this breaststroke leg. You can see she's trying to head to the wall first and set us up for a blistering finish to this 100-metre individual medley. Here we go, they break through the surface, and it's Farah Lee who's breaking through the field. Half a body length on them now, and only gaining as she heads to the flags. She's putting a fair bit of pace on this one. Farah Lee, she hits the wall, and it's a brilliant time, 1:13.43 in second. Malin Doe, 1:14.42, and Kristen Silver in third, 1:14.75.
Heat number 2, hitting the water of our girls 12 to 13-year-old 100-metre individual medley. Absolutely love the 100-metre medley over the short course season, specific obviously to short course swimming. 25 metres of each of those strokes makes it just a real hardcore sprint.
100%, it is fast. Individual strokes as well as our turns, they are so important, particularly in the medley, to try and maintain that momentum. And with a lot of it going on over in lane 0 is Annabelle Bartlett, but as we saw in our previous heat, this breaststroke 25, it is only 25 metres, but it makes such a huge impact on the race.
Yeah, it's that real make or break stroke. You tend to see the breaststrokers make their way through after the butterflyer and backstrokers really lead their way through that first 50. And as you can see in the middle of the pool there, lane 3, Chinuli, she had a wonderful 25 metres of breaststroke, challenging her now, and next to her, Yi Yang. And then on the other side of the pool, we've also got a little battle. So Getting their hands on the wall first will be Isabel Thornborough, 1:13.97, followed by Anis Ziji, 1:14.11, and getting a hand on the wall third there, Yi Yang Sun, 1:14.15.
The third of our 5 timed finals for the 12 to 13 100-metre IM. And here we go. Nothing to separate these ladies through the butterfly leg. Hitting the wall, though. First to surface, lane 7. It'll be Eve Hui.
Yeah, the girls over here in this side of the pool, lane 7 and lane 6. They're leading the way through as we come down to the backstroke to breaststroke turn. A couple of different options here. We look at the side turn or the back flip, but it looks to be On Kwang Eve and Rose and Erin Sun that are making their way through. It's Erin leading the way, though, after that breaststroke split stroke.
Sun with half a length on the field as she heads into the final turn. Was Metro record 106.22. Can she get close here? Here we go. Battles on, freestyle leg. And that lead that Erin Sun had quickly dissipating from the middle lanes. A huge battle here. Sophie Beggs picking up some pace, but it will be Erin Sun hitting the wall first in a time of 1:13.08. And second, Grace Lee, 1:13.20. Sophie Beggs in third, 1:13.36.
In the water now with our 4th of our 5 timed finals. Quick start, Yolanda Yu in lane 6. She'll go through in a 13.93.
Yeah, she's got half a length on the field and only gaining with this backstroke lead. You can see her stroke rate. She's getting in a bit of pace. Look at that beautiful arm rotation, beautiful bob as she heads into the turn.
Yeah, she went through, looked like she hit the wall first. Don't think the touch had's gone off there. Held a nice lead. Good underwater from Victoria Dang in the breaststroke. Start to see these middle lanes push up in this particular 25. But Yolanda still holding on to that lead, doing a great job over in lane 6.
You see what Audrey Marchant from Melbourne Swim Club's able to do. Hitting the wall, impressive time. Neves Jeffs not too far behind. It actually looks like the lead's been handed over now. Beautiful work from the outside lanes.
Yeah, it was a great build swim through from Neve Jeffs, who has overtaken that lead and powers onto the wall. She's going to take out the 4th heat in a 109.61. Alyssa Kotsopoulos gets her hand on the wall in second, 110.19, with Audrey finishing in third, 110.26.
Well, we're in our 5th and final heat for our girls 12 to 13-year-old 100-metre IM. It's our fastest timed final here this morning. Middle of the pool, Anna Kang and Ali Wang seem to have headed out the fastest and come up together as well. So real nice battle we have between lanes 2, 3 and 4.
You can see Anna Kang just riding the left of that lane rope, staying really close eye on Ellie Wang. It's a 1-2 battle between them, but there's a bit of pace being picked up. Emily Valchanovsky is coming into the battle.
Yeah, strong breaststroke leg from Amelie. She looks to have come up maybe in the lead, but Anna Kang as well really strong breaststroke. It's super important to be in the lead there coming into the freestyle. Anna Kang, wonderful job, but challenging her beside her, Ali Wang. She's having the best of the freestyles. It might get her onto the wall first. It does, 107.70, followed by Anna Kang, 107.91, and Amalie Velichovsky, 108.98.
Presenting the medals for event 56, the girls 18 and over 50 metre butterfly. Winner of the bronze medal representing Surrey Park, Anna Orelli. Winner of the silver medal representing MLC, Isabella Osborne. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 27.38 representing Surrey Park, Nazia Ikosadikis. Presenting the medals for event 57, the boys 18 and over 50 metre butterfly. Winner of the bronze medal representing Surrey Park, Adam Alefni. Winner of the silver medal representing Furbank Aquastars, Ewan Smith. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 24.50 representing Melbourne Vic Centre, Owen Kruger. Congratulations to our medalists.
Moving on to event 59, it's the boys 12 and 13-year-old division of the 100 metre IM. 3 swimmers in the first of our 9 timed finals. It's the best start in the butterfly for Ashton Kitachungchit out of Surrey Park Swim Club.
Leading the way through is Ashton in this backstroke leg. To him, we've got Dylan and Liam, the 3 athletes in the pool. Pretty well stroke for stroke. Ashton just a slight ahead. Liam touches first though in a wonderful backstroke leg to come into the all-important breaststroke.
Yeah, we really saw the breaststroke leg separate the girls' fields before, and it looks much the same in the boys. Bit of pace being built up. Liam Patterson in lane 3, Dylan Koo in lane 4. It's a 1-2 battle. Looks like it'll be Koo hitting the wall first and turning into the final freestyle leg. Got about 1 arm's length over Liam Patterson in lane 3. Will he have enough to sustain him in the final 10 metres? Half a body length, but it might come down to a final fingertip. And it's Ashton, Liam Patterson who takes out first, 1:16.57 in second, Dylan Koo. And in third, Ashton.
Second heat underway. Lane 4 through that underwater portion. Really well, Isaac Mashney. Going to be close though at the turn. Daniel Songju in lane 1. Times it the best. Good underwater from him into the backstroke. Great to see those nice high stroke rates from the boys.
Yeah, that's a wonderful backstroke over there from Daniel Songju, Surrey Park. Touch the wall, and it will be Daniel, 34.58, who can get the better of the split strokes. Daniel's got wonderful skills here. It's really allowing him to lead through this 100-metre individual medley. He's up and stroking nice and fast in the breaststroke.
As we come down into that final 25, Daniel over in lane 1. It's going to be a nice time for him. His skills showcased throughout. Good to see that's probably something he's been working on with his coach. Great finish by Moran in lane 2. He's storming home in the freestyle, but Daniel's going to take this one out. 1:15.06, Moran 1:17.43, and third place will go to Rupert Owen down in lane 6 in a 1:18.41.
And off we go. It's heat number 3 in the pool, up and stroking. It's really anyone's at this point in the race, but touching first, William Tao, 14.86. Some wonderful underwaters there from our young athletes. Some really nice and strong backstroke from William. We head down to 50-metre point, 32.77 from William, trying to challenge him in lane number 1, Wesley. Having the best of swims though, lane 3, William. He's put himself in a wonderful position to lead through this third heat. We come down, we've got 25 metres left to swim. It's William out in front, but there's a battle there for our minor placings within this heat. There's a few of our athletes up and stroking fast and trying to get themselves onto the wall. And it'll be William, a wonderful 100 IM here, 112.47, 115.34 there from Liam Kim. And then third place goes to Jack Yee, 116.51 for our third heat.
This is your 4th heat of the 12-13 year boys 100 metre individual medley. We've seen some great swims from outside lanes so far, and proving to be no exception in the 4th heat. Arlo Moore over in lane 7 takes us through in the butterfly, 14.20. Next to him though, Nicholas Seskis in lane 6. Nice still head in the backstroke. Going to overtake that lead. See what occurs in the breaststroke. The movers and changes get the pace going here. A lot of action from this side of the pool. Starting to move through now is Pierce Snow in lane 4. He's catching that group of swimmers between lane 6, 7 and 8. And he will turn in first after the breaststroke. The best of the breaststroke legs goes to lane 4. He's charging home. Nicholas trying to go with him. A race of 2 now as we come down under the flags. And it will be Pierce Snow, 112.28 ahead of Nicholas, 112.86, with Arlo Moore touching in third, 114.66.
Here we go, the 5th of our time finals, 9 in total this morning for our boys, 12 and 13-year-olds. Blistering butterfly leg of lane 7. That's Jonathan Yao from Camberwell Grammar Aquatic. It's neck and neck between the two Camberwell grammarians. Dale Young in lane 8 doing well, but it's the inner lanes that we're looking towards for the second half of this race. See Austin Baxter out of Surrey Park leading the field as he heads into the turn. Commence our breaststroke leg. First to surface, he's got half a body length on the field. Tight battle there. William Siddles out of Yarra Plenty, doing plenty in the breaststroke, but it might even be lane 0. Jiping Howe from Melbourne Vic Centre, gaining a bit of pace on the field with this breaststroke leg, but it's still Austin Baxter leading the pack. Takes the longest in his underwater and now leading the pack, but it's a good chase here. Dylan Zhu, he's coming up, he's coming with pace, and he's coming to take the lead in this 5th heat. He'll hit the ball with half a body length, and it's an impressive work from Dylan Zhu. a time of 1:12.22. Second for Feng and third for Alahode.
Heat 6, diving out of the blocks, and wow, what a start there from lane 5, Jason Wang. He's put a body length on the field in that first 25 metres. Over in lane number 2 and 3, we've got Wai Yi Dao and James Bigelow, and having a great swim as well, Jacob Liu in lane number 9. But look at that, Jason Wang 31.19. He's followed by Jacob in lane 9, 32.22. Can Jason hold on, or will Jacob start to challenge him and James in lane number 3 as they start to really use their strength of breaststroke and take the lead over Jason in lane 5. James will turn first, comfortably leading through the freestyle. He's got 10 metres left to swim. Is he going to be challenged by Jason Wang? We come down under the flags. Who can get there first? It'll be Jason, 1:08.83. James Bigelow, 1:09.11. And then touching third there was Harvey Huang, 1:11.91.
Underway with our 7th heat, and it was our swimmer in lane 6, Lucas Du. Flew through that first 15 and 25, turns into 13.07 into the backstroke, good underwaters, and continues to surge, pulling away from Aaron Liu in lane 5 as they come down to the halfway point. Keep in mind, all of these boys came into this race with entry times around that 1:13. So the fact this field is so spread out right now suggests a few of our leaders are going to do some substantial drops in time. And those two out of 5 and 6 will turn first and second. 5 100ths only separating them. Better of the underwaters though, Aaron Liu brought in that big kick. Time for Lucas to fight back. A race of 2 out of heat 7. Lucas looks to have just enough left in the tank to take this one, and the time there 105.77. Aaron 105.88. And then third goes to Alisai down in lane 1, now 108.70.
The pace quickens as we head into heat 8 of 9 in this boys 12 and 13-year-old 100-metre IM. It's the inside lanes 4 and 5 in Yibi Liu and Josh Koh, who lead the pack. Just edging in front now, Josh Koh out of Nana Aqua Power. Although he's hugging that lane rope, he knows it's a close contest between lanes 4 and 5. Narrowly getting the touch, Yibi Liu. Off the underwater work. You think Josh Koh, he breaks the surface first, now has half a body length on his competitor. It's a great battle out of lanes 4 and 5, but the rest of the pack starting to catch up now. Lane 7, Ian Cho, he's gaining some pace, might even touch the wall first as we head into the freestyle leg. He's got half a body length on his opponents. Has he got enough pace in the tank? It's Josh Coe who's coming up with a little bit now. Can he head under the flags and into first position? It'll be Ian Cho who holds on a time of 107.54. It'll be Lou in second, 108.19, and in third, Josh Coe, 108.38.
Our ninth and final heat of our boys 12 to 13, 100 metre individual medley off and racing. We saw some fast swimming in the last couple of heats. So we'll see if these boys can beat the times. As we make our way down to the pool, looks to be Zhuo Yuan in lane 5 leading the way through. But up come Tommy Zhao and Pala Thapa. Turn. It'll be Jaden Lee over in lane 1, 30.28. But the best of split strokes off that wall in the middle of the pool, lanes 4 and 3. They're really starting to break away from the pack at this point in the race. The best of breaststrokes there from Tommy Zhao. But look at that underwater there from Pala Thapa. A real battle on our hands here. We've got 10 metres left to swim. They are stroke for stroke as we come under the 5 metre flags. Who can get their hand on the wall first? It'll be Tommy Zhao, 1:04.96, followed by Pala Thapa, 1:05.17. And then touching third in that heat was Jaden Lee, 1:06.48.
We have an infraction report for event number 59, heat 3, lane 9. Head did not break the surface of the water before the hands turned inward at the widest part of the second stroke after the start in the breaststroke section. That is event number 59, heat 3, lane 9. Presenting the medals for event number 58, the girls 12-13 years 100 metre individual medley. Winner of the bronze medal representing Western Melbourne Propulsion, Amelie Dior-Velichkovsky. Winner of the silver medal representing Nunawading, Anna Kang. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 107.70 representing Melbourne Swimming Club, Ali Wang. Congratulations, girls. Into the water now, we have swimmers in event 60. This is our women's 400 metre individual medley. Short course racing means that this is 4 laps of each stroke, 100 metres of butterfly, backstroke, breaststroke, and then freestyle.
Yeah, 400 metre IM in short course, definitely a tougher event. There's a real art to trying not to sprint that first 100 metres of butterfly, knowing that you have to do 4 laps of it and then another 300 metres on the back of it. Although I think everyone's probably pretty happy that we start with butterfly in our individual medley.
Absolutely. It is so fatiguing, so the athletes need to make sure that they're getting plenty of oxygen in throughout this butterfly leg. A lot of the swimmers you'll see in the 400 IM will opt to breathe every stroke, if not every second, but you really want to make sure that you're not getting into that oxygen deficit early on in this event. So you don't want anyone to be holding their breath for more than a few strokes in a row.
As we finish the butterfly component of the race, it's Summer Zhao 1:17.92, followed by Zoe 1:19.06. The girls' entry times are really actually sitting around the same, that 5:43 over in lane number 7, Sierra 5:49. So she's doing a wonderful job to try and stick with the rest of the athletes within this race. 400 IM, definitely more of a tactical race. A lot of the time you'll see the athletes try and settle and build through that first 50 of the stroke. So through this first 50 of backstroke, just settle in, try and keep off the legs a little bit, lift the stroke rate, and then try and hit that second half of that stroke component.
Absolutely. There's almost like a template for this race that is how we begin teaching our swimmers, and particularly our younger swimmers, which we have a few of in this event, including some 12, 13-year-olds, so not as experienced in competing in a 400 IM. And we want to teach them that template and then stick to it. And then as you grow and develop as an athlete, that's where you make those little changes so that we're holding and utilising our strength. So some of these swimmers, they'll have much better back-end speed, so that's the second half of the race. They're really going to want to build it. Others might come from a butterfly background and they want to get that lead. They know they can have a lot more speed in the front half of the event. They might be trying to set the pace because they know their breaststroke isn't as strong, and you really need to be able to play to your strengths without overdoing it.
I also love seeing the 12 and 13-year-olds in this event, because at that age, we want to see them across a range of different strokes, a range of different distances. It's really trying to find where your strengths and weaknesses lie, and that can change but by the time you hit that 15, 16-year-old, where you start to go into your main stroke. So in this event, though, Summer Zhao doing a beautiful job at this. She was very dominant in that backstroke leg. That's where we saw her lead, and she continues to maintain and actually gain some distance over Zoe as lanes 7 and lane 6 start to build on Zoe as well.
Yeah, Summer's doing a great job, and this is a tough event to race out that far in front. You really start racing yourself and the clock. So rather than being able to see where the other athletes in the field are, Summer's just doing this all on her own, and she's doing a fantastic job. She's been pretty consistent throughout her splits here in the breaststroke, and she turns now into her last lap of breaststroke. She'll be preparing for our freestyle, and that's always a nice feeling, being able to turn in and change that into that last stroke. Zoe Barron's really trying to catch up. You can see she almost took a little bit of a look at where Summer was and has been chasing her. So Summer setting the pace, and the rest of the girls in the field now trying to close that gap, which we know is probably going to extend as Summer, who's now doing freestyle, which is a faster stroke than breaststroke, that distance is going to get longer and longer in front.
Yes, Summer's put about 15 metres on the rest of the field. She'll know that she's having a phenomenal swim throughout this race. Her entry time of 5:44.29 is what she's trying to beat. And that middle component of her race was really where she put the distance over the field. The gap just ever so slightly closing now, though. Zoe Barron's really using the strength of her freestyle to try and catch Summer. There's still 50 metres left to swim. We'll see if Summer's put enough distance on Zoe to maintain the lead that she's got over this side of the pool. Sierra's really done a wonderful job at putting a lead over a Katerina in this final part of the race.
Yeah, those two girls went into the wall really similarly at the end of the breaststroke, and Sierra's really charged off in the freestyle. But Summer, she put together an incredible first 200 metres of this 400, pushed her way through the breaststroke, and she's held on beautifully in the freestyle for a massive personal best time, 5:33.05. It's going to be close for second onto the wall with Sierra charging home, but Zoe will hold on in a 5:44.05, and then Sierra touches in third, 5:45.73.
The second of our time finals for the 400 metre IM. We're expecting some big times out of this one. Heading into this heat, lanes 4 and 5, the only two swimmers to come in with a sub 5 minute seeded time. And already they're on track. Judy Hussain in lane 4 and Lucy Ma in lane 5.
Yeah, we find that a lot of our different events have a milestone time. So under that 30 seconds for a 50 freestyle, 50 backstroke, 50 butterfly, and then under the minute for the same but over the 100 metre distance. For a 400 metre IM, that milestone time tends to sit at that 5 minutes. So really lovely to see two girls who have already gone under that. Judy Hussain Aman and Chloe Burke are leading the way through this first 100 metres. But as we know, different strengths lie with different athletes, so look to see some lead changes throughout the 400 metre individual medley.
Absolutely. It looked like Chloe Burke had the best start of the field from Melton Swim Club, but here we go. It's a big battle in third and fourth. You can see now that Judy Hussain returns to the lead from Surrey Park Swim Club. One of those hard things with backstroke, trying to keep an eye on your competitors to understand where you're placed in the field.
Much easier when you're ahead of the field. You can sort of see the competitors either side of you and their arms and where they're at. A lot of the time you'll be able to have a quick look when you're underneath the water. But Judy Hussain Aman, 18 years of age, is by far the most experienced within the field, and she's putting that on display here in this 400 metre IM.
Putting the pace on now, that's for sure. She was leading for about a body length, stretching it to 2. You mentioned the age of Judy Hussain Aman, the only 18-year-old in the field today. Incredible that Lucy Ma, we spoke about that 4:57.89 seeded time. She's only 15, but of course our youngest swimmer in the field is actually in lane 1. And that's Lexi Tao, only 12 years of age. So goes to show when you've got 12 to 18-year-olds racing in the same event, there's always going to be a wide range of results. But hitting the wall there, still some great pace. Judy Hussain Aman, she's stretched her lead to 3 body lengths now as she heads into the breaststroke leg.
And look at Lucy Ma. We know she's a good breaststroker, and she's starting to really gain over Chloe Burke in lane number 3 again. So this is where our strengths are. We know Lucy's a good breaststroker. Judy Hussain Aman, a good overall 4 strokes. So she's maintaining her lead, but Lucy Ma's really trying to gain on where her strengths are. They're good freestylers as well. So look to see these girls battle it out in this last 100 metres.
Of course, in third place, but she's coming dangerously close to second. Chloe Burke always within arm's reach of this contest, but it is Judy Hussain-Aman who hits the wall first. Some beautiful underwater work, but look at that glide. Lucy Ma, she's such a stylish swimmer.
Yeah, we know that she's very good at her breaststroke, and I'm not surprised that she's come up on the hip of Judy. But Judy's doing a wonderful job at sticking to her race plan. You can see that she's building through this second half of her breaststroke. Lucy Ma, though, she's got the best of the underwaters and trying to challenge her. Their times are only 2 seconds apart, and it's this component that I think brings them a little bit closer. I would expect to see Judy hit the wall and try and gain some distance in the freestyle.
Here we go, folks. So into the final stroke, 4 laps to come. Keep your eye on the Metro record, 4:53.45 from Michaela Larkin, set in 2024. Could we see that broken today? Breaking through the pack, though, Lucy Ma. She's come in first off the wall. That beautiful glide, once again, half a body length out in front.
Yeah, that transition from her breaststroke to freestyle was where she's gained her distance here. So you can see that Judy's strengths lied in that first half of the race, and Lucy has just gone bang in that second half. She's doing a wonderful job to lead her way through. She's a body length ahead of Judy now.
And only gaining on that as we head into the final 50 metres of this 400-metre individual medley. You think the strategy from Lucy Ma, she clearly conserved her energy well throughout the event. And here she is, romping home in the final 15 metres of this one. She's got 3 body lengths over the next best, and here she goes under the flags, hitting to the wall in a time of 4:53.05. It's a new Metro record. Unbelievable work, Lucy Ma.
Presenting the medals for event 59, the boys 12-13 years 100-metre individual medley. Winner of the bronze medal representing Nunawading, Lucas Dew. Winner of the silver medal representing Ivanhoe Swim, Paula Thapa. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 104.96 representing Nunawading, Tommy Zhao. Congratulations to our boys 12-13-year-old medalists. Off we go here. This is event 61. The girls 11 and under 50-metre freestyle. Absolute splash and dash. We've got 8 timed finals in this event this morning. This is our first. And we go around with Frances Healy, who leads the way, 15.87 ahead of Emma Eagleton. Emma, great turn there. Pulls herself out into that lead. Working her way back is Frances, trying to catch up from the distance she lost on the underwater. They'll be stroke for stroke into the touch, but Emma will get there. 33.16 ahead of Frances, 33.59.
the second of our 850-metre freestyle girls 11 and under races. It's a fairly even start from the field in this first lap. Leading the way, though, in lane number 4, Adela Wren out of Nana Aqua Power. She's got a great turn. She surfaces, but has to survive the challenge of Ella Zhang out of lane 7. She's doing really well to gain on the competition. Will she have enough to take it home? Lane 4, lane 7. It's a tight battle. It'll be won by Adela Wren in a time of 33.46. Touching the wall in second was Evelyn Ishar, 33.47, and Bonnie Bragg in third, 33.62.
Heat 3 underway of 8 heats, our 11 and under girls 50-metre freestyle. Look at the outside lane there of lane 8. Sissy Dye, she'll turn first throughout this 25 metres. And a really great underwater there from her as well. So she's got a nice lead over the pack, but trying to challenge her over in lane number 3, Michaela Agnes. So it'll come down to the touch, as we regularly see in a 50-metre freestyle. It'll be Sissy Dye, 32.27, followed by Michaela Agnes, 32.78. And touching third there was Mila Lay, 33.12.
Long underwaters from the girls in the middle, but a lot of speed on the outside lanes once again. Looks to be lane 7, Hannah Kang. She'll go through 15.53 ahead of Mishka Holmes. And she had a great underwater as well. Keeps that head nice and still, high stroke rate. Doesn't seem to be slowing down anytime soon. Lane 4 coming through at the end. And it will be Isla Wang who does get the touch, 32.07 ahead of Hannah Kang, 32.32, with Kaylee Mao in third, 33.03.
The fifth of our 8 timed finals here at the girls 11 and under 50-metre freestyle event. Close from the inner lanes, but it looks like it'll be lane 8, lane 7 touching the wall first. Impressive start from Natalie Manging Lee from the Aquatic Club. So leading the pack now. Will Lee have enough in it? She looks to have an arm's length over lane 3. Will she get the touch? Yes, she does. Beautiful work from Lee in a time of 30.96. But incredible swimming from Freya Zhang in lane 3, a time of 31.12. And in third, 31.44, a time for Misha Aranata.
Heat number 6 is up and stroking. And at this point in time, there's a blanket across this field as we come down to the halfway point. It'll be Stacey Dew in lane 7. She's come up ahead of the field. But here come the rest of the girls. They got their head down, stroking fast into the wall. Who will get the touch? It'll be Stacey, 30.49, and it's second in that heat, Amy Zhu, 31.21, and then Grace Jin, 31.50, getting third in that heat.
expect the pace to quicken as we head into our 7th of the 8 time finals here in the 50-metre freestyle. The best of our 11 and under girls, and it looks like the best start belonged to Zoe Harrison out of Ivanhoe Swim, touching the wall, but the inner lane's making up for some time now. Where will this race be won or lost? Alexis Ping in lane 6 seems to be leading the pack as we head into the final 5 metres. 1 arm's length, can she get the touch? Zoe Harrison, stellar swim, taking it out in first, 30.31. In second place, Alice Hopkins, 30.74, and third, 31.01, a time for Shihan Ma.
It's our final and fastest heat of our girls 11 and under 50-metre freestyle. Look at that. They are all together in that first 25 metres. The middle of the pool getting the best of the first 25s. Kit Izzard in lane 4, Elena Zhang in lane 3, and Karina Zhao in lane 5. Those 3 girls are going stroke to stroke. It'll be the best of touches. It's Kit Izzard, 28.82. Followed by Karina Zhao, 28.96, and then Elena Zhang, 29.32.
Moving on to event 62 on the schedule, it's the boys 11 and under 50-metre freestyle event. We saw the girls turn on some serious pace, and we're seeing some pace already in this first heat of 10 to look forward to. Getting the first touch. Some impressive work off the split. Han, 16.15. Who's going to take it home in this final lap? Leading from the middle of the pack, lane 5, some impressive work. Jaden Han, will he get there? What time will he record? Of course, these time finals. Beautiful work out of lane 3, Zhang Chen Wang, at a time of 33.48. Jaden Han, second, 34.08, and in third, 34.98 for Nathan Guang.
Underway is event 62, the boys 11 and under 50-metre freestyle. We have 10 timed finals here with us this morning. Out of the blocks fast was Hanson Lee. He turns first at the halfway point. And he's got a nice distance over the rest of the field. Having a great battle over this side of the pool, Jake Di Mattia and Byron Murray, but look at that from Hanson Lee. 31.89, followed by Byron, 34.17, and touching third in that first heat, Jake Di Mattia, 34.28.
Time final number 3, brilliant start from the inner lanes. Junhan Lang doing well out of lane 4, leading the pack by the slimmest of margins. Hit the wall first into the turn. And here we go, the race is on. It's going to be a clear lead from Junhan Liang, half a body length and gaining on the field. It's all about what time you finish in, so we'll keep an eye on where he touches. Ding Dong battle for second. And it will be Junhan Lang who takes the lead, 32.23 a time And in second place, William Jones, 34.12. Touching in third, Jackson Underwood, 34.42.
Flying start over in lane 2 for Winston Garbutt. He's up and racing first. And he's charging down this first 25. He'll hit the wall in a 15.59 ahead of Logan Reed, followed on by Joel Walker down in lane 9. Off the wall though, Isaiah Lamont closing the gap, as is Logan in lane 6. Nothing is going to compete with the 32.64 set by Winston here. Second will be Darren Wang, touching in a 33.79, and then Isaiah in a 33.82.
Heat 5 underway of the 11-year-old boys 50-metre freestyle. And look how close that is down the field. As they turn at halfway, it's Michael Zehan over in lane 7 who got his feet on the wall first. And there's a real battle in the middle of the pool alongside Michael as well. As we come down to the wall, who can get there? It'll be Michael Huang, 32.74, and it's followed by Felix Z Yuan, 32.90, and then Carson Wang, 32.94.
The second half of the time finals for the 11 under boys. Into blistering start out of the middle lane. Nathan Jung out of Muse Swimming Club doing a great job. He'll hit the wall first, but beautiful turn work. And Kevin Hong putting some pace on the field. So it's going to be a tough battle for 1, 2, 3. Could it even be in the middle lanes? A contest 1, 2, I don't know which way this one's going to go. Some compelling swimming out of lane 7. Alexander David, will he get home? No, he'll take it in second, 32.26. Our winner of that heat, Nathan Jung, 32.13 the time.
Some nice smiling faces after our 6th heat as we move on to heat 7. Looks to be lane 5, Sebastian Babb, who will lead us around at the 25-metre turn. Only 3/100ths of a second in it by the time their feet hit the wall, and it was Alan Zhu down in lane 8 who got there first, but Sebastian works his way off the turn out in front ahead of Ethan Tanamina. They come into touch. It will be Sebastian in a 32.05, Ethan 32.39, and then Alan 32.77.
Here we go, the battle's on in the 8th of 10 timed finals. Out in lane 5, Enzo Zhang will hit the wall first and comes out of the turn beautifully, but even more stylish, the work of Dominic Kim. It's going to be a 1-2 battle between the pair. Dominic Kim, Enzo Zhang. Looks like Zhang is going to have just a lead in front. It'll come down to the touch, and the touch goes the way of Enzo Zhang, 31.18. Dominic Kim narrowly behind, 31.28, and touching third in a time of 31.32, Lucas Liang.
Our second last heat have hit the water, the boys 11 and under 50 metre freestyle. And you can't pick this one so far in the race. Maybe lane 0, Jaden Zhang having the best of the first 25 metres, but that turn from lane number 3, Daniel Duan, really put him out in front nice and strong. 10 metres left to swim, and he really came off that wall nice and fast. I think he'll get there. It is 30.55, followed by Louis Chong, 31.18, and touching third there, Alfie Worrell, 31.22.
Away and racing now with our 10th and final heat of the boys 11 and under 50 metre freestyle. And you could nearly throw a blanket across this field. Lane 4 will get the turn there, 14.01, Keanu Stefan Tham. But it is super tight for those minor medals at this point of the race. Keanu just pulling away, is still doing really well in some outside lanes here. 9 and 8 look good into the touch. It will be Keanu Stefan in a 28.98. Second goes to Louis Hall in lane 2, and third will go to Callan Yee down in lane 9. Great swim from the boys. Presenting the medals for event 60, the girls 14 and under 400 metre individual medley. Winner of the bronze medal representing Yarra Plenty Waves, Amber Lou. Winner of the silver medal representing Surrey Park, Annabella Kim. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 5:18.70 representing Yarra Plenty Waves, Lexi Tao. Medalist for our women's 15 and over 400 metre individual medley. Winner of the bronze medal representing Melton, Chloe Burke. Winner of the silver medal representing Surrey Park, Judy Hussein Aman. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 4:53.05 representing MLC, Lucy Ma. We have an infraction report for event number 62, Heat 5, Lane 0. Initiated a start before the signal. That is event number 62, Heat 5, Lane 0.
Moving on to event 63 on the schedule, it's the men's 200 metre butterfly. It's going to be two battles, 2 and 3, 6 and 7, the lanes to keep your eyes on. In lane 2, Patrick Whitwood, lane 3, Lev Dishliuk, in lane 6, Elijah Lamont, and in lane 7, Rangaroo Arula Thun.
Yeah, we saw the women do their 200 metre butterflies earlier in the competition. They were the first event that we saw, and they swam some really, really fast swims across their 200-metre flies. I would expect to see the same across our men as well.
And we saw some beautiful strategy with the girls as well, seeing how they built throughout the race, particularly that third lap, which we're going into right now, where the field started to separate. And you have to wonder now for Arul Ananthan whether he's going to put some pace on, leading by about half a body length, albeit closing.
Yeah, that third 50 in a 200-metre fly is so important. It really can make or break the swim. As we mentioned before, there's a bit of an art to going out at the pace that will allow you to build throughout the 200 metres. So coming off that wall, the third 50 is probably the point where you're starting to really quite hurt, and knowing that you still have a whole 100 metres to swim, it's about being brave and trying to push that third 50. We see it all the time in 200s. You can see it now happening. Lev Dishliak, he's pushed that third 50 and he's put himself in a great position to go into the lead through that last 50 metres.
Absolutely, getting some pace, and you wonder who's got the energy left to burn. Of course, it's a big schedule over the course of the weekend. Many of these athletes entering into multiple events, so it's a fatiguing weekend, but he shows no signs of slowing down, Lev Dishliak.
Yeah, no, we know Lev's a great swimmer, and yeah, as you said, multiple events over this weekend. It's the first one that we see in our calendar for major events, and it is into 2 big days. So Lev doing a wonderful job here, as well as Patrick Whitwood over in lane 2. Lev came in with a time of 2:24.17. He'll do a wonderful PB there, 2:16.89, and Patrick 2:22.02. So some really fast swimming in that first heat.
The second of our 3 time finals underway, and already the pace has picked up. Beautiful start, particularly from lane 6, getting some pace onto the wall. That is Tommy Golding out of Surrey Park.
Yeah, we saw some great drops in time out of that first heat. We're looking to see what these boys can do, whether they can be comparable to our 3rd time final coming up next.
So it's Daniel Atkinson who hit the wall first, followed by Michael Fan. Some impressive splits around that 16-second mark. We'll see how the pace picks up as the race continues. You mentioned that it's the start of the swimming calendar. A lot of athletes have been training through the off-season, but this is a really good opportunity to see where you stand after a long and arduous off-season.
Yeah, certainly a lot of our athletes are still, I was speaking to a few earlier on, still in that hard training phase leading into our state open and state age championships coming up at the start of September. So they've got about a month of training left under their belt, and this is almost like a check-in. It's a checkpoint on the map of where they want to go and what times they want to be seeing within that next month. So if they can be close to PB or dropping time now, it's a really good sign they're well on their way for big improvements throughout this season.
Especially for young athletes, we know that getting race experience is such a valid part of being a swimmer, and so getting up on the blocks, it's not an easy thing to do. But talking about making things look easy, Leon Vidal out of Ivanhoe Swim, he's got a nice gap on the field and only seems to be stretching about 5 metres at this stage, but dare to dream after the 150 mark.
Yeah, he's looking super strong. He's been really consistent with his splits and holding that stroke together. We tend to see that's what falls off. He's doing a great job, really utilise that third 50 to pull away, which is what we want to see in a 200 fly, a powerful second half. And he continues that power now as he comes down under the flags to take out the second heat in a 2:09.85. Great drop there from Leon. In onto the wall in second will be Daniel Atkinson, 2:15.59. And tight for third, but it goes to lane 0, Sammy Mills, 2:16.63.
And it's heat number 3, our final time final for our men's 200-metre butterfly. And Kalia and I were just talking about how we think that this is going to be a fast heat.
Yeah, they've certainly taken it out with a lot of pace through that first 25. 12:01 for Harvey Lark in lane 4. He swam brilliantly in yesterday afternoon's timed finals, and we're keen to see how many of these other boys he can drag through with him. We do have the record holder in this event sitting in lane 5, Elson Lee, so we'll see what he can do. He's right now currently about on the hip of Harvey Lark.
Yeah, Harvey's stroke looking nice and smooth and comfortable, opting to breathe every stroke, getting that oxygen in, which is really important over the short course 200-metre butterfly, using the 10 metres off the wall of his underwaters. He's looking really good out in front of the race at this point.
Yeah, you could definitely say he looks well in control of this event. 56.25, he's gone out quick. Elson Lee turns in second, 58.23, with Adam El Hefney in third, 58.94.
Yeah, this is some wonderful racing here. Harvey's got a good lead over lane 5 over Elson Lee. But I just feel like Elson's starting to pick up slightly in this all-important third 50, as well as Adam Efney. But Harvey really took out that lead in that first 100. Elson has closed the gap, though, 127.75, 129.43. So this last final 50, it's going to hurt, but these boys are doing a wonderful job.
Yeah, Elson Lee has just lifted through this final 50. He had a great underwater. Harvey's doing everything he can to try and hold on. He was out so fast, it's going to be hurting a lot right now. He pops up just at that 10-metre rope. Elson still catching him. He was a little bit quicker through the 25. And they're going to go stroke for stroke into the finish. It's all about timing. Oh my gosh. Talking about timing, they have both timed that exactly the same. Our equal gold medalists will be from lanes 4 and 5. Harvey Lark, Elson Lee. What a race. 201.22. Adam finishes in third, 203.23. And that will be a new record.
Moving along to event 64, it's the girls 14 and 15-year-old 100-metre freestyle. 8 time finals in this one. Good to get our first one underway. See popping up in lane 2, the first off the wall, Talia Dimianidis out of MLC Aquatic. Doing well to lead the pack, albeit in this one. She's given an almighty chase out of lane 7, Layan Hussein Aman. She was strong earlier this morning out of Surrey Park Swim Club. Right now just chasing, sitting in about third. Leading the way still Talia Dimianidis, Emily Wong in lane 1 as well. Definitely one to keep an eye on. Heading off the wall, beautiful 46.61 leading the way. Dimianidis, she's got about a body length and seems to be cruising at this stage of the race. Can she ward off the threat of Layan Hussein Aman? She does indeed do so in a time of 103.05. Talia Dimianidis manages to get this one home. Layan Hussein Aman 104.84 in second, and in third Amber Cherry 104.92.
number 2 of 8 off and racing. Missing lane number 4 out of this heat. It's a nice start there from a few of our girls. Lane number 3, Ivy G. She had her feet on the wall first, but coming up ahead, Amelia Grover over in lane 0. So as we hit the halfway point of this race, there's a few of our girls sitting nice and comfortably in that sort of low to mid 30 points. We'll see who can try and make a move in this third 25. Looks to be the outside lanes of 0 and 1. Amelia Grover just ever so slightly still ahead of the field, and a great turn from her. She's put a body length now over lane number 1, and she's really brought in that strong kick and fast arm stroke to finish off her race. She'll finish in a time of 1:02.64, followed by Natalie Lim 1:04.05, and Ivy G there 1:04.14 rounds out that second heat.
Off we go with our third heat now. Through that first 25, plenty of white water across the pool, but it will be Eve Waddell who turns in first out of lane 3. Continues to pull away from her teammate in Helena, crossing lane 5. I'll go through the 50, 29.41 for Eve, 30.07 for Helena. Third, Isla Eagleton in lane 2. That third place spot out of heat 3. Certainly going to be a close one as we turn for the final 25. Eve Waddell's taken off though down that lap. She was almost half a second quicker than the other girls in the third 25. Got a body length now. And this one is going to go to Eve Waddell in a time of 1:01.10. Helena in second, 1:03.06. And Amelia Greening gets the touch for third, 1:03.59.
Off and racing in heat number 4. You can throw a blanket over this field. It's pretty neck and neck in the first 25. Who'll be the first to touch? It looks like it'll be Molly Killigrew out of Flyers swim team. She's flying through this second 25 length in the outside lane, lane number 9. She might get the touch here as well, so setting a really good pace. Molly Killigrew, the 15-year-old, leads the way, but there are challenges all throughout the field. From outside in, they're all in this one still. It's going to come down to this final turn. Who gets the touch? Who gets the glide? And off the wall, it's going to be a battle between lanes 4 and 9. Beautiful work now. Ada Udenik from MLC. She's in the box seat for this one. Could Molly Killigrew come through on the outside lane? It's going to come down to the wall. And it will be lane 4, Ada Udenik in a time of 1:01.86. Narrowly holds out Molly Killigrew in a time of 1:02.21. And touching third, Kathy Kai. Or it might not be. We'll check on the timing of that one. Brilliant swim, girls.
And it's heat 5 who are off and racing. Of event 64, the girls 14 to 15 freestyle. Look at that from lane 7, Ada Zhijing Zhuang. That was a wonderful first 25 metres from her. You can see how high she's sitting in the water, stroking. Stroke is nice and long but fast as well. 28.71 is not a bad first 50. See if she can hold on here. The battle for the minor placings within this heat are between 2 and 4. They seem to be leading the pack, but Ada, she's nice and far ahead of the field, but starting to close in of those girls in 2 and 4. We'll see if they can get her after that blistering first 50. And it will go to Abigail Yao, 101.17. Ada Zhijing Zhuang, 101.19. And then rounding third, there was Renee Lister, 101.32.
Away and racing with our 6th heat. Nice long underwater out in lane 9 by Simone Way. She'll go through with our leaders. Be Tiffany Miette feet on the wall first, 13.62. There was only 7 100ths that separated the first 4 swimmers down that 25. And those 4 clearing out from the rest of the pack a little bit as we turn at the 50. Chloe Huo, 28.60. Matilda Draper, 28.74. And then still the girls in 8 and 9 sitting in 3rd and 4th. Good build swim here by Taylor Miller in lane 6. This will be a quick split for her as we come through. Really moving through that field, but the underwaters from the girls in the middle just outclassing the rest as we come down under the flags. Looks like Matilda Draper has going to time this one well there. Breaks under the minute barrier too, 59.50. Chloe, 59.73. And Simone out in lane 9, 100.39 for her.
Expect the times to quicken as we head into our second last time final in this girls 14 and 15 100-metre freestyle. Curiously, all of the seeded times over a minute, but as we see, swimmers going sub-1 in previous heats. Expect this one to be blistering. Out in lane 1, a great start from Aria Wen out of Surrey Park Swim Club. She appears to be leading the pack, but off the turn, Ariel Cole out in lane 7, doing a great job for Flyers swim team. It's going to be a battle between 1 and 8. Those 2 lanes coming with a bit of pace into this final wall. Again, well done, Zara Barr picking up pace, leading the charge. It's a tight battle between lanes 7 and 8. Don't forget the outside lane in 1. It's going to come down to these final 5 metres. Still Zara Barr leading the way. Can she get the touch? Yes, Zara Barr can. A time of 58.93, and in second, Millie Charlton, 59.28. Rounding out in third, 59.3 for Kimberly Chen.
And our 8th and final heat of the girls 14-15 years 100-metre freestyle hits the water. A few familiar names throughout this race as we turn after the first 25. Lucy Ma leads us through, 13.05. Audriana David in second. As they come down the second lap, it looks like Lucy Ma holding on to that lead. Expect a fight between the girls in those golden lanes, the centre of the pool. Better turn there from Kira Jeffs. Almost pulls up alongside Lucy. Race of 2 at this point. Bit of a push from lane 7, Audriana David. She's still in the mix for medals. As we come for home, 0.3 separating these girls. Lucy Ma, explosive off that breakout. Kira trying to reel her in. I don't think there's going to be enough room left. It will be Lucy Ma. And breaks under that record time there as well. Both those first two girls under that 56.96. Lucy 56.65, Kira 56.91, and then Audriana in third 58.82. Great swim. Presenting the medals for event 61, the girls 11 and under 50 metre freestyle. Winner of the bronze medal representing Yarra Plenty Waves, Elena Zheng. Winner of the silver medal representing Ringwood, Karina Zhao. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 28.82 representing Yarra Plenty Waves, Kit Izzard. Our medalists for event 62, the boys 11 and under 50 freestyle. Winner of the bronze medal representing Nunna Cheltenham, Lewis Hall. Winner of the silver medal representing Nunna Wadding, Keanu Stefan Tham. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 28.90 representing Surrey Park, Yuming Luo. Congratulations to our medalists.
Moving on to event 65, it's the boys 14 and 15-year-old 100-metre freestyle event. First of 5 timed finals. As you can see, 3 swimmers in this one. So it's going to be a 1-2-3 battle. Leading the way from lane 5, Fraser Blair out of MLC Aquatic has half a body length heading into the turn over its neighbour in Lachlan Tregowath out of Melbourne Swim Club. And over in lane 3, Cody Kostopoulos out of Doncaster Templestowe Swim Club. All boys coming into this one with seated times of sub-1. So look for a fast start already. And look at that gain, leading the pack and increasing this lead. Fraser Blair, really strong way to start off this boys at 14 and 15-year-old division. For the 14-year-old, hits the wall in a time of 55.24. Not far behind in second, Cody Kostopoulos, 59.86. And in third, we'll get you a time shortly. The start to our boys 14 and 15-year-old 100-metre freestyle.
And it's heat number 2, often swimming. Middle of the pool is where it's at, but throw a blanket across this field. Lane 2 with the best of turns there, 12.93. He got his feet on the wall ahead of his competitors. As we make our way down to the 50-metre point. Turning first there, Oliver Brown, 27.23. But there's a real battle between about 5 or 6 of our athletes here who can make a move in this third 25 to put themselves in the best position leading into their last 15 metres. It looks to be lanes 3 and 4 with the best of the battle there. They're stroke for stroke as we come down to the wall. And it'll be James Teo, 56.71, Oliver Brown in lane 3, 56.96. And then Kingsley Wang, 57.50, rounding out that heat.
Some great celebrations there as we move into our third time final. Going round at the first 25 will be Lincoln Hall, 12.1. Ahead of Oscar Zoo in lane 4. And it's 4, 5 and 6, I should say. It's a nice breakaway from the field here as they hit the 50-metre turn. Lincoln Hall holding on to that lead. Extending it just a little bit as we come down to the final 25. Goes through. He's got about 0.7 ahead of Oscar, with Kalen Theodore not far behind. And I think that's where it'll stay as we come down into that last 5 meters. Keep an eye on the time there. 54, it looked like, for Lincoln Hall. 54.33. Oscar Zoo 55.19, and then Kalen 56.03.
And it's our second last heat of our boys 14 to 15-year-old 100-metre freestyle. Some great swimming there. Lane 6 out nice and fast, 12.34. Daniel Walter. And as we come down to the halfway point, some really great swimming there from middle of the pool. Lane 5, Austin McNaught. He'll turn first, 26.13. If we could please have our backstroke ledge volunteers down to pool deck. That would be great. Our backstroke ledge volunteers make their way down to pool deck. And back to the race, we've got Austin McNaught leading the way through. He's about half a body length ahead of Evan. He'll be down to the wall, 54.37 for Austin. Evan, 54.89, and then Daniel Walter there, 55.17.
Time now for our 5th and final heat. Get excited. I think this is going to be a quick one. We've got some very familiar names in this pool. Plenty of record holders across our state. They go through evenly. Liam Paulson and Ishaq Ismail. 11.86. Ishaq just pulling away a little bit down this second 25. And those two out to a clear lead. Good turn there from Liam Paulson. Got his feet on the wall well. But the underwater, Ishaq just pulled away once again. The race for third, though, between Daniel Collins and Edward Pollard. That's pretty close here. Final 25 metres. There's still nothing in it from our leaders every time they hit the wall. Ishaq digging deep, just pulling through. And the last 5 metres, it will be Ishaq who gets the touch. The time, 51.31, ahead of Liam Paulson, who's also gone a 51.95. And Ed Pollard... Sorry, my apologies. Daniel Collins finishes in third there at 53.48.
Alrighty, moving on to event 66 on the schedule. It's the girls 18 and over 100-metre individual medley. Pack of 5 swimmers to start this first timed final. We've got 2 of them, so you want to set a blistering time here, just as Dana Barnett has done. 14.38 off the first split. It's a gung-ho battle. You have no time to waste in each of the strokes. Certainly realising that is Shelby Morgan in lane 5. First touch off the backstroke leg, heading into breaststroke. She's doing quite well, that time of 32.44, but chasing narrowly in lane 3. Beautiful work, Dana Barnett, still going from Western Melbourne Propulsion. The pack is closing in as we head into the final leg. Freestyle first off the wall, Shelby Morgan still holding the lead, but she's going to have a tight contest. Still Dana Barnett. She's chasing. Will she get there? Shelby Morgan puts the jets on heading into the final 5 metres. You think she'll be clear now? A battle for second and third. First on the wall, Shelby Morgan in a time of 1:10.44. In second, Dana Barnett, 1:11.11. And in third, it'll be Isabella French, 1:12.40.
Our second and final heat of our females 18 and over 100 metre IM hit the pool. Lane number 4. It's Nazaya taking the lead. She's doing a wonderful job. And it's Nazia in the lead. She'll turn 29.20. Mia Yao, who we saw in the 200 metre butterfly earlier, 30.34. And then Anna Orelli. And it looks to be Nazia. She's very dominant here. She's a body length ahead. Lane 7, Jessica Proudlock. She's starting to try and make her move. I think the minor placings of this heat will come down to the touch, but it's Nazia Ikasidakis who's really had a dominant 100 IM. She'll go 105.64 down to the touch for minor there, 107.76 for Jessica Proudlock, and then Anna O'Reilly 107.81.
In the water now, we have swimmers in event 67, the men's 18 and over 100 metre individual medley. We have 2-time finals in this one for you guys today. Leading us through in the butterfly will be Hunter Mace out of lane 3. Great underwaters from him, as well as down in lane 7, Brian Wong. They'll hold that lead going through into the breaststroke. Keep an eye on a few of these swimmers in the centre lanes. We do know they have strong back halves of this race. The fast breaststrokers start to push through the field now. It's a big gap to try and make up though in 100 IM. Looks like Brian Wong will be your leader coming into our final 25. He touches just ahead of Mitchell Davies, the biggest mover through the breaststroke lap, ahead of Hunter Mace. Race of 3 down, 10 metres left to swim. Brian trying to hold on. Looks like a stronger finish though from lane 3. Hunter Mace 1:60. Brian in second, 1:01.08, just 1/100ths in front of Mitchell, 1:01.09.
Underway in the second of 2-time finals for the boys. 18 and over, 100 metre individual medley. Huge start from the whole pack with that butterfly leg, but now we see some separation in the middle of the field. Lane 4, Ewan Smith doing well in this backstroke leg. You'd think he'll touch the wall first. Narrow margin between him and Daniel Sitter-Ravisi out of Ivanhoe Swim. Separation will come via this breaststroke leg, still leading the way in lane 4. Ewan Smith out of Furbank Aquastars. Will he have an Aquastar final leg in the freestyle? Yes, he's motoring home. In second lane, though, Joshua Wachowski not too far behind. It's just what time will Ewan Smith touch the wall in? It'll be 55.67. Impressive work in second spot. 56.87 for Joshua Wachowski, and in third, Daniel Racy in 58.45.
We're down to our final two events of this evening. First off, we have event 68, the girls 16 to 17-year-old 100-metre backstroke. We've got 3 timed finals here with us this morning. We've got 4 competitors in the pool. Lane number 4 there, Isabel Neeson. Really putting together a wonderful first half of the race. As they make their way down to 50-metre mark, it'll be Isabel in the lead, 34.40, followed by Lucy Wayhall, 35.36. As the girls start to lift their stroke rate ever so slightly. Third 25, such an important 25 in this 100-metre backstroke. Really great opportunity for the girls to work their underwaters. You know, that's the fastest component of the race. So working their skills off of the wall, ever so important in short course swimming. As we make our way down to the touch, looks to be Isabel still in the lead, 112.44. She's followed by Lucy, 113.08. Touching third in that first heat was Annabelle McIndoe, 115.41.
The second of our time finals is girls 16 and 17-year-old 100-metre backstroke. A good start from the field, especially lane 8, Arabella Tomlinson out of Melbourne Swimming Club, the 17-year-old. She came into this with a seeded time of 1:10.57. So look for her to break that one. But out of lane 2, breaking through the pack, Zara Jeffrey out of MLC. She's doing well. A good contest between the outer lanes as they head into the third lap. Beautiful underwater work. Hasn't even broken the surface. Arabella Tomlinson sneaks in front now. That contest between lane 2, lane 8. It's going to be tough. It's going to come down to the final lap. As we see the final turn and heading home, here's the contest. Zara Jeffrey breaks through the surface first, but breaking through for the result, Arabella Tomlinson. She's got half a body length on the field. She'll get the touch, and it's in a time of 104.32, narrowly pipping Zara Jeffrey in 104.15, and in third, Mika Thapa, 106.80.
Our final heat here for our girls 16 to 17-year-old 100-metre backstroke. Zara Olawani in lane 5. She'll take it out nice and fast. Alongside her, we've got Caitlin Ord, who's had the best of underwaters throughout that first turn. The three girls out in front. Pretty well stroke for stroke, but it'll be Zara that gets her feet on the wall first, 30.68. But look at those underwaters from Caitlin. She's opting to try and stay under for that full 10 to 15 metres. There's the third 25 there. Zara starts to make her move. And with 15 metres left to swim, Zara's had a wonderful second half of this race. She's really lifted throughout this last 25, and she will touch the wall first in a time of 1:02.89, followed by Caitlin Ord, 1:05.64. And then touching third there was lane number 2, 1:07.00.
We have amended results for event number 62, the boys 11 and under 50-metre freestyle. The winner of the bronze medal is from Yarra Plenty Waves, Callan Yee. Winner of the silver medal from Nunna Cheltenham is Lewis Hall. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 28.98 from Nunawading, Keanu Stefan Tham. Our medalists for event 63, the boys 14 and under 200-metre butterfly. The winner of the silver medal from Yarra Plenty Waves is Elijah Lamont. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 2:22.02 from Cardinia Piranhas, Patrick Whitwood. In event 63, the men's 15 and over 200-metre butterfly. Winner of the bronze medal representing Surrey Park, Adam Alhefni. And our equal gold medalists in a new Metro Short Course record time of 2 minutes 1 second .22, representing Griffith University, Harvey Lark, and from Melbourne Swimming Club, Elson Lee. Medalists for event 64, the girls 14-15 years 100-metre freestyle. Winner of the bronze medal representing Melbourne Vic Centre, Audriana David. Winner of the silver medal representing MLC, Kira Jeffs. And winner of the gold medal in a new Metro Short Course record time of 56.65, representing MLC, Lucy Ma. Congratulations to our medalists.
To our final event of the session, event 69, the boys 16 and 17-year-old 100-metre backstroke. In this first heat of 3, we've got 3 swimmers. In lane 4, Isaac Finlayson, lane 5, Spencer Davies, and lane 6, Ivan Lever. At this stage, it's Ivan Lever with half a body length on the field, the 16-year-old out of Ringwood Swimming Club. He's come into this event with a seed time of 1:08.31. Already setting a great pace at the 50 mark, 32.17 split. So here we go, the bobbing of the chest. He's putting some pace on the field. Greater separation now as he heads into the final turn off the wall. Doing a great job in this underwater, but catching him narrowly. Could we see a contest here? Lane 4, Isaac Finlayson. He'll be duelling with Spencer Davies for that second spot in this first heat. And touching the wall in a time of 1:06.32, Ivan Lever does a great job.
Underwater now with our second heat of 3. Now a quick through from lanes 5 and 6 down the first 25. Lane 4, a little bit of work to do to catch up off that start. But it will be Benjamin Van Dyke in lane 5, leading us around at the 50-metre turn, 28.86, ahead of Jack Trianides, 29.29, and Lucas Campbell, 29.63. And those boys holding position here down the third 25. And just see a few of the athletes having a bit of a look where one another is on that turn. Nice underwater from Jack, almost alongside Benjamin now. 10 metres left to swim. They're going to go under the flags together. It'll all be about who can time that final stroke, and the speed goes to Jack. 100.17 ahead of Ben, 100.36 with Valen Gray down in lane 7, picking up that third place spot.
And it's our final heat and our final race of this morning's session. It's session 3 of the 2026-27 UNCLOUD Victorian Metro Championships, and lane 4, Oliver Kaleo. He's done a wonderful job in that first 25 metres. And look at that wonderful underwater from him. It's really putting him ahead of the field. It's the halfway point of the race, 27.19. Kaisei Kojima, 28.76. It's a very fast first 50 there from Oliver. Expected as he is entered by about 1.5 seconds ahead of the field. It's a fight for that second and third place in this heat as Oliver has controlled the race from start to finish. As we hit the wall, 56.62, followed by Kynan Power, 58.74. And then Kaisei Kojima, 58.91.
Presenting the medals for event 65, the boys 14-15 years 100-metre freestyle. Winner of the bronze medal representing Flyers, Daniel Collins. Winner of the silver medal representing Melbourne Vic Centre, Liam Paulson. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 51.31 representing Surrey Park, Ishaq Ismail.
Well, we've had some fast swimming here this morning in session number 3 of our 2026-27 Victorian Metropolitan Championships. Rounding out the session, we'll be back here this afternoon at 2 p.m. following our live stream. See you till then.